Hey guys, Summit Productions back here today, and in today's video, today is all about budgeting. So we got the new update, and with the new update comes new budgeting. So with this new currency system, I guess, this new generated system per, I guess, inhabitants, um, this is going to be more, I guess, of a useful video because this is going to be kind of tricky now with the new updates. They've made the game a little bit more difficult. Actually, not a little bit, a lot more difficult. Because when you're a big city, you're not making, $300,000 a month now. You're making, $2,000, $17,000, 15,000. You're making these low incomes, and you still gotta produce for your big city. So it makes the game much slower and difficult. But in today's video, we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to budget. Excuse me. So showing you guys how to budget and what the cost per inhabitant is and all that stuff. Oh, look, they took away the icons. That's nice. So yeah, I'll be teaching you guys how to budget and stuff like that. So let's hop right on into this. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is just place some roads. Oops, place some roads there, and then we'll go ahead and get some power first. That should take 2 seconds, so shouldn't affect us very much. Get some water right here, and then I'll send a road all the way down to here. Some water. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let this build because it does take more time to build now with the new building engine. Things do take time, so I'll be right back. All right, so we're back now. I just did all this. So what we're gonna start doing now is I'm gonna start zoning in some places. Now, as you guys are gonna start to notice, actually no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Put that over there. So as you guys are gonna start to notice, the zones now cost different money. You guys can't see it right here, but they do cost more money now. So it makes the game a little bit more difficult, I'd say. So you got to really manage how to do that along with anything else. Oh yes, I know you guys want to do that. All right, I am getting there. Don't you worry, my peeps. All right. Now, in order to actually cut off the sound and the pollution, you can actually just do this. So we're gonna put a little bit of design into this. There we go. Cool. Alright, so now with budgeting, I've done the math and stuff like that. So, one inhabitant for a low residential or level 1 residential, at a tax percentage of 1%, each, each person I think is worth like 25 cents or something like that, in this game. So a quarter of a dollar. So you need 4, level 1 inhabitants at 1% to get like $1 or something like that. And then for level 2 inhabitants, I think each citizen, so one citizen is, let's see, I do believe it was $4 or something like that for one citizen, and then for level 3 citizens, I do believe they're like $20 per citizen. So you really want to keep them. But then again, you have to put in the worker taxes here for these commercial zones as well as the industrial zones, tax those guys. So that's how that works. Now, I did do a little bit of finding out on a different city. So for every 150 inhabitants you need to have at least one park. And what I've done here is actually not the greatest idea because you actually want to condense your citizens into a smaller space. So it's easier to like keep control of them. So you don't have to build as many parks and as many schools to keep them all happy. Because if you have it all spread down one single line down the street, then that means that they're going to be all spread out and you're going to need multiple schools when really, if you just bunch them together, you could just have one school. So that's how budgeting is going to work. So this just because it's budgeting doesn't mean there's no planning into where buildings are going to be at. It's because that's very important as well. As you can see here, I also have this. I want to put some of that there. Get rid of those. Go back to these. Some of these. Okay, so every 150 inhabitants, you want to have one park, reaching out to all these guys. So I understand that I'm using a bigger park, and you're not going to have this right when you start off. So we're going to go ahead and just do that. Oops, not that. Click away, click away. All right. So now that things do take time to build, that you place down, this fast forward button is coming in really useful now, which is super duper nice. Here we go. So here's our city with already 200 inhabitants. So what I want to do is I also want to build out this way. Now this is a very quick way to expand your city as well. I never have roads straight off the gate unless you watch the videos or ads for them. Yeah. So this is kind of, I guess, in a way, small budgeting, so you just want to keep all these people together. The more densely packed you have people in one area, the easier it's going to be to budget because you're not going to need as many buildings. I don't like these buildings right here. I like the way they look, there's just too many of them. A little barbershop. There's too many of these. There's like 8 barbershops in our city. 7. Excuse me. Nope, 8. I was right. One right there. Alright. So let's go ahead and look at our demand. Nothing really. So we're about to reach 300 inhabitants, and what I want to start doing is we'll just let these guys expand. So there's no demand for anything, except for residential right now. It's going up. So we're almost at 300. Now, I'm going to say we're close enough to 300 that we should probably build another park. Now, for every, for like these areas and stuff like that, you want to keep these parks kind of smaller once you get that first park, because you're going to be condensed here. This is going to keep raising up your citizens, and this is going to keep bringing your budget down, but knowing how many buildings you have and how much pricing you have, I suggest setting your taxes to 9%. It'll make people, won't make people unhappy or they'll abandon the buildings, but it'll make them, like, not the greatest happiness, but in order to start off a city, they got to be kind of high. So, put your taxes up at 9%, just like this. I'm not going to do that, because I'm in sandbox mode, obviously, and I want to keep my peeps happy. Alright, so once you reach 500 inhabitants, I suggest you put a school down. Now remember, you want to keep your entire town kind of condensed here. Bring that out to there. We'll just delete that, I guess, a little bit. I was planning on making it alone. Alright. So this is kind of just me building, I guess, really, in a way. But that's alright, because I'm talking about budgeting. So now what I want to do is I want to build back here as well. Now, this is all kind of expensive, so you do have to gain the money for this, but with his parks and stuff like that and all this demand, it should be fine. Now, you notice how big our town is before there's any industrial increase with the demand, as you can see right here. We're starting to shoot up and skyrocket through. First of all, what I want to do is get rid of all these traffic lights. I don't know why it keeps popping up. Get rid of all those. Alright, cool. And with this, I'm just going to bring it over. So, I was doing something wrong with industrial zones. Industrial zones, you want to treat them just like residential zones. You want to leave them 4 wide out here. It seems to work best for them. So you can either do 4 wide or you can do 8 wide. 8 wide I think is a little too much sometimes, but... Alright, so there we go, got that in. I'll let that build. So we'll just fill in our demand for this. There we go. So that should last us a long time. Now what I want to do is I want to get my commercial up there, since no commercial buildings are coming in, or no inhabitants are coming in. So also with inhabitants are very valuable as well as workers, because in order to get workers you have to have that many inhabitants. So if you have a building that carries 150 inhabitants and you only have a big commercial zone to work with 75 people, half your people are going to be unemployed, which means half those people are going to leave the town because they don't have a job. They can't live, they can't pay for their expenses, they can't use taxes. Now, if your taxes are lower, this means more people are going to move in, which means you need to support more jobs. So, if anything, you want to raise commercial tax and lower residential tax, if anything, which I don't suggest doing either one of those. Can keep both high, but taxes do matter. So, it's actually a surprise in a game that taxes actually matter. So now with this, we're going to start expanding over here. Now, over here, you're gonna have this police station by then, or not the police station. But at about 500 inhabitants, 400 inhabitants, you want to build your fire station about that time, because that means fires are gonna start popping up. So fires start popping up around 250 population and up. By the time you play the game long enough, you'll start getting fires. So you've already reached small village at this time, or what's it called? Yeah, small village, I do believe. Oh, there's not achievements on here. Oh well. So you've already reached small village. Are we not reaching water over there? So we'll have the fire station by then, so it will be fine. I think I'm gonna turn these finger things off. I don't like these. Alright, so we're reaching that. So I'm not sure at what point you get the small school, but I'm just gonna put mine in right now. Now if there's gonna be residential. So like I said, you need to condense your population, so this will go. Alright. So the school build here. There we go. And now you're going to start to see an increase of population here. So with this population, now you want to... Okay, well, first of all, we need to put some more power in. Oh yeah, and also a little fun fact about the power. When you guys build power, I actually calculated this. Um, you guys can have up to, I do believe it's 9. It's either 8 or 9 wind turbines, and then once you hit the 10th turbine, delete all your turbines and turn it into the gas power plant. The gas power plant, your wind turbines, if it's at 100%, the gas power plant will be at like 75%, like 70 or 85%, whatever, in between that range. But you'll be spending less money for more. So at that time, it starts to work out, and you can get 2 of those. And I do believe it's at 5 gas plants, you move on to the coal plant, and I haven't done the math from there on out, but that's when. So you can have 8 or 9 wood turbines before you hit the change, and then, okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. You got 11 more days without power. Hold up. All right, there we go. Yeet. All right. Oh, yeah, I want to zone over here, don't I? I forgot to zone over here. Yeet. All right. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, so 8 or 9 wind turbines before you try to change them out, and like 4 or 5 gas plants before you change them out. Alright, so now that we're getting over here, I want to put in some sports. So you're going to have this sports by then, and I want to put this one in, because ultimately looks nicer. Put one over there, and one right there. So now you have sports in, things are going to start to come in a lot better. So you can see, just because we have a small school already, and a lot of parks, with parks, you're already supporting this upper residential. So parks and schools can go a long way. Sports aren't necessarily really needed a lot, but people do like them. So the next thing you want is health, but we don't really have health yet because in the game you haven't unlocked health until like a super long ways down the road. So, all right. So we're approaching what? Can't speak. We're approaching. Dear. Okay. Hold on, guys. I need to learn how to speak English again. I need to go back to kindergarten. So we're approaching 1,000 inhabitants. There we go. And at 1,000 inhabitants, I want to get more parks and more sports. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make this a multi-part episode series for budgeting. So this is going to be budgeting for early on in the game, and then I'll do like a budgeting for like farther into the game, so like past the beginning. Like so, I think I'll do this like first 1,000 inhabitants. The next one will be like 1,000 to 5,000 or whatever, and then 5,000 to like 5,000 plus, I guess. So this will be like a 3 or 4 part series, whatever. I'm not sure. You guys will know if you're watching this later on. But yeah. All right. So now that this is all out here, what I want to start doing is I want to get another school out here. And with that being right there, you want to watch where you put residential. So what I want to do is I want to put residential in this zone, all throughout here, and all throughout here. And then I'm going to line it these first 2 rows. Alright. Now what I want to do is I want this stuff out here on the outsides because this stuff can go without anything else. So now, excuse me, we're going to start putting some more parks in. Put a park right next to the school, and I'll put a park. Actually, I think it reaches out there, so I think we're okay, right? Yep. Alright, cool, yeah. So things will start to build, and once we hit our 1,000 inhabitants, I think at that time you can start putting in medical places. So if you guys are just starting off your new towns, I hope you guys enjoy this. Hope it's useful. I hope you guys use this in your cities, and yeah. I know when I first got Theotown, it was a little bit difficult, but then when I got it, it wasn't this complicated. So that's for sure. But with this, I don't see very many tutorials out there on how to start a city. So I hope this does help you guys in budgeting, because budgeting is a huge part of Theotown. Oops, don't remove that. What does it say? All right, we're at 90%. So over here, 74%. So what you guys want to have is you guys want to have 3 wind turbines, and I do believe like 2 water pumps within your first 1,000 inhabitants. Get out of here. You can Snapchat. All right. So you guys want to have 3 wind turbines and 2 water pumps. Or not water pumps, water towers for your first 1,000 inhabitants. There we go. We've hit 1,000. And at our 1,000, I'm going to leave it here. But at your 1,000, what you want to do is you also want to put in probably a medical station or a nurse here. Oh yeah, as you guys can see, I'm also getting a lot of noise complaints, so I want to put some more trees in and probably triple layer these. Alright, good enough. Whatever. Alright, so you're complaining about environment. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? We'll remove this zone because I don't think it really needs to be there. There we go. What I'll do is I'll actually put some more trees here. Oh, great, we're out of power. Alright, so this is actually the first 1,200 inhabitants. That's great, guys. Alright, just go through the little feature here. If you guys actually want to see a Let's Design, kind of like tutorial, whatever, you can also do that. Alright, so this is our little town. The first, oh, come on. Chill out. Just got built. Alright, so this is the first 1,000 inhabitants video. It's actually 1,100. But, yeah, you should, at this time, let's go ahead and count. So, you should have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should have 4 parks by 1,000 inhabitants, 2 schools, a fire station, like one of the small ones, and a medical, like a nurse, I guess. What's this called? Doctor. You should have a doctor. And then you should have 3 wind turbines and 2 water pumps, and everything should be compact and condensed. So this is the map right here. So that's how you start off a city, guys, for your first 1,000 inhabitants. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's kind of a longer video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.